a beautiful move.
Connor McDavid has left his mark in the world of ice hockey and achieved widespread fame among his followers. The combination of his exceptional ability and knowledge on the ice has cemented his status as the top player in today's NHL. The exceptional athlete's life contains numerous fascinating aspects beyond just his feats on the ice, including significant multi-million-dollar partnerships and compelling personal interest. Even the signing of a colossal 8-year-long deal worth $100 million. Undoubtedly, he is a legendary figure in his sport, and today we will look at his luxurious lifestyle from his accomplishments to his possessions. But before we get started, who is this Connor McDavid guy anyway? McDavid is a Canadian pro ice hockey center who has been called the next Crosby. He's also the captain of the Edmonton Oilers. Many journalists and people who work with them think he is the best player on the planet, which has resulted in him being compared to Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and Sidney Crosby, the next one. Since he was young, Connor had often played the game with kids a lot older than him. He also became the third player in the Ontario Hockey League, after Aaron Ekblad and John Tavares, to be allowed to play 1 year earlier than the maximum age. Several trophies and awards were given to him for his work with the Erie Otters. Later, the Edmonton Oilers picked McDavid as the first player in the 2015 NHL entry draft. Even though he was hurt for most of his first few years as a professional, he kept improving and led his team to the playoffs last year. He also helped win 3 gold medals for Canada, and those were the World U18 Championships in Russia back in 2013, World Junior Championships in Canada in 2015, and World Championship in Russia back in 2016. His childhood and early life. Connor McDavid was born on January 13, 1997 in Richmond Hill, Ontario, to parents Brian and Kelly McDavid. Cameron, his older brother, attended and graduated from Ivy Business School, and their father coached youth hockey players. The Canadian native didn't wait long, as at the age of 4 he began skating and playing hockey with older kids. When he was only 6 years old though, the local hockey league prohibited him from playing against bigger kids. So, his parents signed him up for a team in Aurora, where he could play on the 9 and under squad. His father then coached him on the Ontario Minor Hockey Association champion York Simcoe Express team from Aurora. McDavid had a chance to play for the Boston University Terriers, but he ultimately decided to stay in the Ontario Hockey League to continue his development. Connor McDavid played his youth hockey in Ontario with the York Simcoe Express of the OMHA. The Greater Toronto Hockey League's GTHL Toronto Marlboros signed him afterwards. There, he competed in small midget and bantam hockey. His 2011 to 2012 season totals of 209 points, 130 assists, and 79 goals earned him the title of Player of the Year in the Great Transcontinental Hockey League. Because of his extraordinary play, Hockey Canada named him an exceptional player. Connor was able to participate in the 2012 OHL priority selection a year early, thanks to this rule change. McDavid participated in the 2012 OHL priority selection when he was only 15 years old. The Erie Otters picked him first overall, making him the recipient of their annual Jack Ferguson Award. His performance was so impressive that the Ontario Hockey League included him on its first all-rookie team, and the Canadian Hockey League named him a finalist for Rookie of the Year. His professional career. Connor McDavid's first 2 professional games resulted in losses to the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. Regrettably, he broke his clavicle, resulting in a 37-game absence. Later, a goal was scored by McDavid, and he also added 2 assists upon his return to the ice against the Columbus Blue Jackets on February 2, 2016. In spite of playing only 45 matches that season, McDavid bagged the 3rd position for the Calder Memorial Trophy as NHL's Rookie of the Year. He became captain at the young age of 19 on October 5, 2016, leading Oilers and creating history by being the youngest ever to do so. McDavid became the highest paid player in NHL history when he signed a $100 million 8-year agreement with the Edmonton Oilers on July 5, 2017. His honors and awards. In 3 different competitions, the World Under-18 Ice Hockey Championship, held back in 2013, plus 2 separate editions from 2015, through performing to compete against other players who were all around 20 years old or younger. All were achieved with a triumphant ending by Canada's national team, led by none other than Connor McDavid. This remarkable achievement proved that they were a strong presence in the world of international hockey. His contribution led to Edmonton Oilers' playoff qualification and a second-place finish in the 2016-2017 season. He earned himself both the MVP honor and Hart Memorial Trophy by being a top scorer for his team from 2013 to 2017. He reached 100 points after 92 games, faster than any other active player. Later on, he won the Ted Lindsay Award, given annually to the NHL's best player as voted on by his peers, 3 times. Also, McDavid is only the 2nd player in NHL history to win the Hart Trophy on a unanimous vote, joining Wayne Gretzky. Connor McDavid's net worth. It is speculated that McDavid is worth $30 million. His professional hockey career is his main source of income. He will likely get $13 million per year in pay now, and in addition to this, a sizable portion of his fortune comes from the endorsements and partnerships he participates in. His pay was $15 million for the 2019 to 2020 season, according to reliable sources. Forbes reports that he is the highest paid NHL player this season after earning $3.5 million in endorsement deals. USA Today reports that McDavid received $13 million in 2020 to 2021, with $12 million of that coming as a bonus before the season began to safeguard against a potential lockout. Connor McDavid's girlfriend. Connor McDavid is dating Lauren Kyle at the moment. She was born in 1997 in the Canadian city of Toronto. Her mom's name is Sharon Kyle and her dad's name is Paul Kyle. Kyle's dad, Paul, runs a small business in Canada that he owns. Lauren Kyle has grown into her own person even though she was Connor's girlfriend. She owns and runs a business called Kyle & Co. Design Studio. Kyle has built a good name for herself in the business world by combining modern style with classic ease. Connor and Lauren met for the first time at the birthday party of a friend they both knew. Then they started talking to each other, which got their attention and led to them falling in love. After talking for a while, the two started dating, and now they're often seen together at parties and other events. Not long after they started seeing each other, they started posting pictures of themselves on social media. She's also often seen at her boyfriend's NHL games, cheering him on. Their house. Lauren Kyle, his girlfriend, made the plans for his 8,000 square foot home in Edmonton. She is an interior design artist who worked on the project. The colors of the project are silver, white, and black. The lack of sports memorabilia is another thing that makes this place stand out. Kyle says that McDavid doesn't like showing off his stuff. The home has a basketball court, a large wine bar, and many luxurious pieces of furniture. Something about the home makes it feel like Darth Vader could live there, which is fine by McDavid. His cars. The best NHL player would probably drive the best car, but most NHL stars like Connor McDavid, who's the league's poster boy, are just regular guys. He has enough money to buy the best cars, but he's happy with his white Range Rover. But hey, maybe this will probably change as he gets older. We'll see. Sponsors. Connor McDavid has marketing deals with several different businesses. Since he was a teen, McDavid has been a sponsored player for CCM. McDavid gets his hockey gear from CCM, and you can often see him on the ice wearing CCM gear. In 2019, McDavid joined PepsiCo's Gatorade brand in Canada as a spokesman. He's been in Gatorade ads on TV and in other advertising material. He also works with companies like CIBC, BioSteel, Canadian Tire, and Rogers Communications to promote their products. Charity. Connor McDavid has also worked with a number of charity groups and projects over the years. McDavid is an ambassador for the Ronald McDonald House Charities, which gives families of seriously ill children who are getting care in hospitals a place to stay that feels like home. McDavid has used both his wealth and his fame to help a number of good causes. He's involved in Edmonton's Indigenous community and has raised money to help give Indigenous kids more chances to play sports. He's also taken part in projects to help sick kids as well. So maybe we won't be seeing him spending a lot on cars after all. That does it for our video today, so please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and keep that hockey spirit alive. We'll see you in the next one.